power, strong flashing kicks, as well as an arsenal of offensive and defensive skills. Rhome's ring generalship earned him a shot at the World Heavyweight crown, then held by Ross Scott, before the establishment of the super heavyweight division. The two met right here at the Omni in March of 1977. Rhome, who gave up 23 pounds to Scott that night, was nevertheless able to generate the speed, power, and focus to knock the champion down twice in the third round. But Scott weathered the attack and stopped the exhausted Rhome in the seventh round. The following year, Rhome underwent surgery to repair a detached retina in his left eye. No one knows what caused that injury, but it appeared as though he would never fight again. But in 1984, Rhome began his return. He entered the ring against the number 10 world contender, William Eads. Rhome was more than convincing in his return, and in his next outing, he captured the U.S. heavyweight crown. Then he won the North American heavyweight title, and followed that with a defeat of the European heavyweight champion, Bruno Vizzuti, in impressive fashion. That was in August. Now, 9 years after his first attempt at winning the heavyweight crown, including a 6-year layoff outside the ring, the 30-year-old Jerry Rhome feels he's ready.
Oh yeah, I'm in the best shape of my life. Every day I wake up with a smile on my face because it's not going to be long. It's been 9 years. It's finally going to be over with.
If you make this comeback successfully, you'll be the first fighter in ring history to come back from a detached retina.
Yes, because I just had to believe that I can do it again. You know, it's something that I have to prove to myself more than anything else. I'm not just out there just for the people, but I'm out there to prove something to Jerry that Jerry came back, you know.
Brad Hefton's considered by most people to be the best heavyweight in the history of the sport. Jerry, you've really got your work cut out for you.
Yes, I respect Brad Hefton a lot, but you know, it's just like destiny is unfolding. It's my time now. It's time for Brad to step down. He had 3 good years, but it's all over. It's my time now.
When Brad Hefton enters the karate ring, he doesn't get mad. He gets bad, as 29 of his opponents will tell you. A native of Rockford, Illinois, Hefton is low-key, quiet, and retiring outside the ring. But as fight time gets near, he goes through a Jekyll and Hyde transformation with the help of his trainer, John Monzak. The most respected heavyweight in the history of the sport, Bad Brad kicks like a lightweight. He jumps, spins, and flashes like a 120-pounder, though he carries a solid 195 pounds. Hefton won the title in 1983 against his perennial arch-rival Tom Hall, and since defended the crown 4 times, beating Al Mims, Kerry Roop, Philippe Coutela, and Tom Hall a 2nd time. Hefton has been ringside at 4 of Rhome's bouts to follow his 2-year climb back to the top.
Well, I've seen Jerry fight 4 or 5 times here in Atlanta. He's definitely progressed through the years. A lot that I've seen in his layoff time. He's definitely a worthy opponent. I don't take him lightly. I never take anybody lightly. And my toughest opponent was Tom Hall. I think he's going to be right up there with Tom, so I've trained really hard for this fight, a little bit harder than normal, but I am going to take the world title back home with me, back to Illinois where it belongs.
So the tension mounts now as the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Let's go into the ring, and Jeff McCartney.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Abernathy Sports and Nautilus Sports Medical Industries are proud to present the Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing, first, in the red corner, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. He is 30 years old. He stands 6 foot 2 inches tall. And he weighed in at 193 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 33 wins and 2 losses, with 25 wins by knockout. He currently is the U.S. heavyweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, Jerry.
The 30-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia, 6'2", 193. 25 of his 33 wins by knockouts.
From Rockford, Illinois. He has the contact karate record.
On the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder.
He is 26 years old. He is 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 192 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 29 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 19 wins by knockout. He is the heavyweight champion of the world, Bad Brad Hefton.
But he's 26 years old, 6'3", 192 pounds. Here's the tape as it looks to us. Rhome is 30 years old, Hefton 26. Hefton has 1 inch advantage, is a little bit lighter. The reach is even. The statistics, Rhome with a bigger chest. Hefton, the slightly smaller bicep. Rhome with a bigger thigh. But Hefton with terrific calves. And let's go into the ring now to Truman.
There is absolutely no holding. I will warn you twice and only twice. Hold your corners and come back ready to begin the fight. Good luck and good health.
Hefton getting the kind of reception almost that he gets when he's in his hometown of Rockford. Both men really tremendous responses from the Atlanta audience.
One of the nicest, pleasant Dale Murphy types you'll ever want to find. Out of the ring, inside, it's easy to see why he's known as Bad Brad. He's relentless and powerful. Nervous energy seems to just take over. There you see Jerry Rhome, 1978, 22 years old. Rhome is told by the doctors he received a detached retina in a sparring session. 6 years later, he's back in the ring with the doctors okay. Less than a year, he's captured the U.S. heavyweight title. Rhome in red, the champion Hefton in blue, as round number 1 is now underway for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hefton throws those long front kicks, tries to establish a lot of power, a lot of superiority with him right in the beginning.
Jerry Rhome getting up high that time. Looks like Rhome likes to go to the body, especially with the right hand. That kick right under the elbow, into the ribs.
Rhome will be by far the fastest opponent in Hefton's heavyweight career. Rhome seems relaxed and loose. He's working. Hefton often can be a slow starter.
Good combination after he got the hit high. Rhome came down with a combination of the body, Joe. Good right hand by Jerry Rhome. That's his powerful hand.
It was 1977 here when he knocked Ross Scott down twice with the right hand left hook combinations.
But endurance proved to be a factor in that fight, didn't it, Joe?
Big factor. You know that Brad Hefton is in for the long range. Both men drilling to the body with the foot and the hand.
Rhome's last right hand drawing a welt right on the solar plexus of Brad Hefton. Hefton is tough. He hangs in there and can take it.
That last right hand of Jerry Rhome definitely got Brad's attention. Hefton's going into the shell now. That's his defensive shell.
He might have been hurt, Joe, and he's being very cautious right now. We've seen him go into that defensive shell many, many times and come back with a great win.
One of the things that really helped Rhome's confidence is he brought Tom Hall into town and sparred with him 56 rounds, a man that went 40 rounds with Brad Hefton.
Round number 2 underway. It was more than a feeling out session. Jerry Rhome landing some very effective kicks and punches. Hefton holding his own.
That front leg heel kick of Rhome's is sneak up over your arm, sneak up over your shoulder, right down on your jaw, and then he comes back with the right hand to the body. You're not really sure where to defend from this.
How'd you score the first round, Joe?
I had the first round as a Rhome round by 1 point.
A good right hand after the kicks as Hefton leaned into it. Avoiding a kick. A pleasing right by Hefton.
Those are the right hands that stop fights for bad Brad.
Rhome not only training with Tom Hall, as you mentioned, but fights with Hefton had 2 draws and 2 one-point losses. Probably the most effective fighter ever against Hefton. But he also did some sparring sessions with Evander Holyfield. The tune-up is
Holyfield really got out the 4 or 5 punch combinations in his sparring. He had to just to stay alive.
Rhome concentrating on the midsection of the champion. Rhome is looking very, very powerful.
There were those 4 punch combinations we were talking about from Rhome. Hefton acts like he's trying to load up now. Looks like he's trying to get set. Rhome's not letting him get set.
Monsack is trainer, and Brad Hefton very good at setting up a fighter and getting the right blow at the right time. Rhome has been the aggressor.
You can hear when Brad Hefton throws those kicks, he's not backing off on any at all. Does a form of a key-up, just like you do in regular karate.
There's the bell. That ends the second round, and Jerry Rhome goes back to his corner. Once again, is it a factor with Asa Gordon not in that corner,
Very well could be. Asa Gordon sick today. That could impact on
He starts covering.
so far he seems strong.
Sting him. Come out. When you back up, come out with the kick. Blast him with the kick, okay?
Well, it's a thrill
Keep
for
him
both
honest
fighters
with
to
those
be a part
hands
of
in
the
fight.
There's no question about it. Both fighters will
Work
like
the body
it.
some. Mix the
It's
body
the adrenaline from the crowd that gets stirred up that really makes for a great
Stick that
fight.
jab into the body. And that right hand. Bring back.
Let's see one of those flurries you talked about, Joe, from Jerry Rhome in that second round.
Your kicks are...
Rhome, like I say, in his sparring with Evander Holyfield, has had to put together 4 or 5 punch combinations. That's what he's doing here. He's not throwing every one of them powerfully. He's picking his shots.
It was all set up by that right to the ribs.
Exactly. Brad went into the defensive shell, and Rhome then knew he could not fire back.
Hefton has his fans here in Atlanta, despite the fact that Jerry Rhome is an Atlanta young man. You heard the crowd just raise the roof when the champion came into the ring. Hefton can remember when he was fighting before 300 fans in Rockford, Illinois. That total has bounced up to 4,000 loyal fans in Rockford.
Well, as you said in the beginning, everywhere we travel, people want to know about Bad Brad. He is a favorite across the board.
So far, Hefton really hasn't had any threats.
Hefton pulling back. Rhome didn't follow in. Rhome was a little off balance. He really stretched out with the right hand and the left hook.
I think the first left, though, connected, Joe, before they started moving back. Body shot again to the right hand. It could take its toll. So far, Hefton has really not figured out Rhome.
Rhome's just not letting Hefton get off the way most fighters do.
How do you score it now, Joe, after 2 rounds?
I've got Rhome winning each of the first 2 rounds thus far. Unofficially, as always.
In round number 3, both fighters looking very confident. Rhome. That reverse was effective in keeping Hefton away from him.
That's what we talked about before. That's the kind of blow that Rhome sneaks in over your shoulder. And Rhome refuses to be flabbergasted or to be upset when Hefton comes back. He's staying very calm and collected.
Drills go right to the shoulder. Piece of the cheek. And another right hand to the body. Left didn't really connect. Bell rings to end Hefton, 6 years in pro karate. Won the U.S. title in February of 1983. That was a 9-round decision over Tom Hall. Hall broke his jaw in that match.
Broke Hefton's jaw.
That's what I mean. Sorry. Hall broke Hefton's jaw, and then only a few weeks later, after getting the wires off the jaw, the two fought for the World Championship. Hefton with a very close one-point decision to win the World Heavyweight title away from Tom Hall. Nice, powerful punching right now by Rhome. And you know the difference I see in Rhome, Joe Corley, is in the past years I've seen him pulling back and throwing, where now he's coming in and throwing. And following up, Hefton, sensing that he was behind on that combination, came forward for the first time in quite a while.
I think most people expected Brad Hefton to chase Jerry Rhome around the ring, and remember, the fight's not over for Brad Hefton till that last bell. He's been through the 12-round wars, and those kicks he's landing to Rhome's body, even though they don't seem to be hurting him now, could have a big effect in the later rounds.
The left was blocked by Brad Hefton, but the right definitely came in after the left. It's a psychological battle going on right now, Joe, as well as warfare in the ring. Art Ekman along with Joe Corley ringside for the World Championship fight in contact karate.
Let's remind people not to count Brad Hefton out early on in these fights.
One thing about contact karate, as adverse to boxing, those kicks take so much more energy to throw.
Now remember, Jerry Rhome has only been in one 9-round fight since he's been back. He's been in one 7-round fight since he's been back. The other ones have ended for him in the 6th round or earlier. He went 9 rounds with Daryl Hennigan here in Atlanta back in November.
Well, you had Rhome leading going into the last round, Joe. How would you score it up to this point?
I've got him winning every round thus far. 8 big rounds to go, and I underline and emphasize big rounds.
Hefton has gone the distance. He's tough. He can take a lot. The left hook got Brad going backwards after it connected. The right did not land. No one in trouble yet in this fight. You heard Jerry Rhome's corner saying that Hefton is leery of your hands, but it takes so much energy to throw effective kicks. There was a nice left jab up to the forehead that popped Hefton's ass, but you see, he didn't even blink. Hefton stepping up the pace just a little bit now. He's coming to Rhome a few more steps. He's not getting the ground that he did in the earlier rounds.
Work it down, Jam.
Jab, got the jab right in the hand.
Hefton just can't quite seem to figure out which offense to throw. Rhome is staying busy. Rhome's taking the first move. Every time Hefton, or many of the times when Hefton tries to set, Rhome takes the first move away from him. And if Hefton makes too big a move, Rhome hits him coming in.
10 seconds remaining in the round. And another right hand hits the mark right in the lower rib section. Hefton putting a pretty good punch in that time as the bell sounds to end the one. Rhome's attack, just like we anticipated, as we see Chuck Norris in the audience, has been a very varied attack, and it's been the more explosive of the two, Joe.
Definitely has. I know John Montag is not yet nervous over there in his corner. He knows there's still some distance to go.
Haven't seen a great deal of side kicks from Jerry Rhome, and he's got a very powerful side kick.
That's right. He's been using the outside kicks, the front leg swing kick over the shoulder, and the round kick.
Maybe that's what Brad Hefton has anticipated. The side kick has been known to break ribs of the opponents.
Well, Hollywood has really come east for this fight.
It's been the right hand of Jerry Rhome that's been the effective blow. Hefton now is starting to go in a little bit more psyched look in his face as he comes into the ring for round number 6. I think Bonsack stepped up his verbal attack on the champion.
Jerry Rhome got back into the weight gym for the first time in this fight since he'd been back in the ring. Did a lot of pumping, put almost 2 inches back on his arm. Rhome caught the leg of Hefton on his arm then, being worn by Truman Irving. Fans back there in Rockford, Illinois, I know, watching this live, holding their breath for the champion.
Rhome moving more now. Looking like he's trying to conserve a little bit more energy, Joe. We're in the 6th round. Right combination. Hefton coming right back. Didn't seem to phase him.
Staggering for just a moment, just a moment. Then he came back angry. Now, you normally don't see Brad come back with that kind of fire. He normally stays cool.
He's looking more intense. He came out of the corner looking more intense. Jerry Rhome, on your unofficial count, has taken every round.
Hefton can't give up too many more rounds, at least unless he expects to knock Rhome out.
Could 2 world titles change hands in 2 world championship fights here at the Omni in Atlanta tonight? It's a possibility. Hitting on the crown of the head really didn't affect Hefton. The shots landed for points. Good kick right under the elbow, into the ribs. The final move of the 6th round for Brad Hefton.
Let's get him, baby.
Hefton still in great shape. Both fighters with the knowledge they really haven't been rocked.
Rhome with the left round kick to the body, left hook back to the head, and Hefton hesitated. He started to throw the right hand and he hesitated.
Good round kick by Hefton that time, and those kind of kicks take their toll if you get enough of them in on the rib section. He had good impact and striking power. Another one as Rhome almost moved into it.
That was about as close as Hefton's got with the right hand. He had Rhome reacting to him for a change.
Joe, how do you have the fight scored now as we're into the 7th? Good kick by Hefton. Excuse me, Joe.
Right into the body. I've got Hefton down still. I've got him losing all 5 of the first 5 rounds.
Left hand. Great left hand by Hefton. I think the front kick took some steam out of Rhome.
As I warned, this fight is not over for Bad Brad till that 12th bell has rung.
Still not tied up. Still is not there where he is.
You do not run into a Jerry Rhome right hand. If you run into a Rhome right hand, it's over. And I think it's over for Bad Brad tonight.
Jerry Rhome, the new world heavyweight champion.
What an effort for Brad to get up.
And the doctor, of course, is not letting him get up. As the fans of Jerry Rhome clutter the ring. Jerry Rhome, a happy man, caught Brad Hefton, the world champion, the former world champion, with that powerful over right hand. And Brad, as soon as the impact, didn't even know what had happened. The impact, that's Brad's biggest fan, of course. Mom. As Hefton goes back to his corner to sit down and regroup. It's been a great, great career, and it's not over, of course, for Brad Hefton. No way. Let's check out some replays from that action. But with Brad Hefton, it was your basic kick sand in your face type of story. Bullied around at the bowling alley. Got Christmas present, the karate lessons. Look at that right hand. Devastating. Brad did not hit his head on the ring. A lot of people that get hit that hard, up high, lose complete control, and then hit their head on the ring. But you see his shoulders hit first, which for his safety was a great break.
Brad Hefton moved on up to the super heavyweight division where he captured the U.S. title. And he'll meet Anthony Amp Elmore for the PKC World Super Heavyweight Championship at Karate Mania 2. The World Heavyweight Championship